It's quite an old movie, but it's quite really good.
It's kind of about Miles Davis,
Denzel
right?
Washington,
I've never seen it.
He's a trumpet, the main character is a trumpet
right?
player.
Okay, and Wesley Snipes too.
Wesley Snipes is in that.
Yeah, Wesley Snipes.
Welcome back. Now it's time for our part 2, where we'll be discussing media trends. Every week we talk about a different media trend, and we have a live show with Talk and Talk. With me in the studio, we have Tim, Dennis, and Peter. Hello, guys. How are you doing?
Hello, guys.
Hi.
Happy Solar.
We're back.
Right?
Happy Solar.
Okay.
Happy Soul now.
Okay. Hey, which one is more popular, Chinese New Year's Day or just Lunar Calendar's New Year's Day in America or UK? Okay.
Oh, definitely the solar.
Solar.
The solar. January the 1st. Definitely
Okay.
the most popular.
Okay. All right. How about
Yeah.
you in US?
It's the lunar New Year is basically unknown in most of the United States, unfortunately.
Yeah, you're right. So Chinese New Year's Day
they
is more
refer to it as
popular.
Chinese New Year generally,
Okay.
usually. So if there's any awareness about Asian culture, then of course people will know. But if not, then it just passes right by.
There are many hard words to cannot translate it into English, right? Okay.
No, people can say the Lunar New Year's, or they can say
we don't really
Chinese
call
New Year.
Yeah, we don't really call it lunar. We call it Chinese.
Chinese,
right?
Okay. All right. Hey, Smile Guy is there? Here? Okay. Here, Smile Guy. Okay.
Well, it's like a new year. Is it so? It's been already New Year for a while, just saying.
Talking now.
Yeah, well, if you guys are enjoying your taco, whatever food you're eating, if you're actually spending time with your family, or if you did spend time with your family, I hope you actually help your mom in the kitchen and not sit down on the couch and watching TV shows.
Yeah, actually, Korea has a really bad culture, right? It's always on the public holiday or horrible, right?
Terrible.
Okay, Solar and the Chuseok, always the women have to work in the kitchen, right? Something wrong.
How about you guys? Do you?
I just realized that how hard my mom was working when I was in military service because I was cook. Okay,
oh, you used to help your mom cook?
No, in the military service I was a cook. Yeah, so
I see what you're saying.
So I just realized, how hard the cooking is.
Right,
really
exactly.
Hard. Every day, 3 times, it's really hard.
And
being a Korean mom during the holidays is kind of
so
like being in the army.
Touchy. Okay, how much my mom loved my family. But I don't like it. Kind of horrible working, as whole lot. Okay, everybody just don't need to work, right?
I help. My job's normally washing up.
Such a king's man. All right. Yeah, I help sometimes. Okay. How about you? No?
Me?
Don't help your mom?
I'm the one who's in the kitchen, dang it.
So your mom doesn't help you?
Actually, my mother and me do it, but my siblings, meh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're just afraid of fry pan.
Nah. So yeah, now is Korean culture is kind of changing. Many people just go on a trip abroad, right?
Hey, you know what we're doing? Foreigners or people that aren't attending family events this year, go to the Speakeasy because they are on January 20th are doing a big benefit show for the Australian bushfires. I'm not sure exactly which charity, but there's a big effort to raise money to help out. So look it up, and it's on the Facebook group for Guangzhou.
Oh, right. Maybe GIC has a kind of special event.
I have no idea about GIC, but I just heard about that one. So.
I didn't know about that, so it might be an excuse for me to get out.
It's going to be a big bash. So go out and see it, enjoy yourself, and raise some money.
Yes, for charity.
You're right.
I noticed your shirt today.
Yeah, right. It's my bushfire shirt.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like it's on fire.
We have to talk about the bushfire of Australia, right? Many animals died, right? Okay, it was so terrible.
500 million.
Okay.
500 million animals.
All the air over New Zealand is kind of dark and red, right? My 2 sisters are living in Sydney. I'm really worried about it. Okay, but they didn't tell me anything. Okay, we are okay. Just degrees is just over 40, but that's okay. No fire. I didn't fire.
Yeah, I heard Sydney was no fires, just the air quality was very bad.
Well, you know, the guy.
And that's why you need a mask.
Hey, but it, you know, there is, you can, I can see your mouth.
Jazz.
Hey, I'm always talking about gas mask, not my
I
mask.
heard we're going to be doing a
Gas,
show
gas.
on jazz music.
Oh yeah, okay.
So,
Let's
let's
talk.
get talking
Yeah,
about
Let's
it. Okay.
get to it, guys.
Jazz.
So our topic for this week, jazz programs for GFN. So actually, at the moment, GFN only has 2 music programs: The Drop,
Mhm.
Dano, and Music Plus. We don't
Mm.
have any jazz music programs. In fact, many radio stations don't have jazz, but there's so many jazz lovers in Korea and around the world.
Oh.
But Daniel, he does play jazz music on his show because I listen to it and
On
I
occasion.
know
Really?
that he does play it. Yeah,
Oh.
Yeah, on occasion. But it's
which
not,
is the
it's
best
not very
way to
common.
hear jazz, right? Because it kind of integrated into the
You play
song
jazz?
list.
Anybody can play jazz or
To hear
enjoy-
jazz live,
enjoy,
yeah,
yeah.
of course.
You
Yeah. No, I don't
Play?
it, but
play or just it's some big knowledge of jazz. Okay, no.
I play it in my head.
Oh, okay.
I have a little bit.
I'm
There
listening
was
to it right
when I
now.
was in university,
Uh-huh.
there was like a world famous jazz club quite close to my house.
Really?
So me and my friend used to go. Not every week, but maybe two times a
You
month.
have a special experience. We
Wow,
have to make
cool.
a new program with kind of jazz piano time with James. That's
Well,
really
that brings
cool.
up the issue of jazz in local jazz, right? Maybe there can be a show about some of the performers here in Gwangju.
We have a local jazz.
Yeah.
I
I'm
like
sure we
close,
do, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, we do. It's just
Different
right out
has it
there.
sometimes
There's like a jazz coffee shop or bar right across the street
Yeah.
near Sajik Park.
that okay. It's called kind of Funky Street,
You've
What is
been
it?
you've been here
That's
for
the name
how
of the
long,
street,
Dennis?
right?
Uh, but it's not kind of jazz, right?
It is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh. I'm very confused.
We'll have to take you over there and show you
All right.
sometime.
Okay. But GFN has a house concert, right? Sometimes they introduce jazz, right?
I think it'd be a great idea to do that, yeah.
They usually have a concert and contest about foreigners singing in Korean songs, and kind of lame, but
What if there were some jazz singers? That would be interesting.
that's gonna
Yeah.
lift things up for sure. Yeah.
All right. It's really nice. Nice try because jazz is not quite popular actually, right? But there are many
Oh,
many
it's very
lovers,
popular.
right?
I mean, there's a jazz music festival in Seoul, and nearly 40,000 people.
God, fortunately, we are in Gwangju.
Well, Seoul's not that far.
Yeah,
Right,
you're right.
we
By
had-
SRT.
We have the International Music Festival here in
Really?
Gwangju, right? And when I attended, there was some
Yeah,
great
I know.
jazz music.
World Music
so-
Festival in ACC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
you're
and GFN had a presence there, and I was able to see some great
It was
jazz
quite
acts.
nice because
Good for you, GFN.
fresh air and the weather was really good. I'm there. Okay, it was 8 or
This was an
7.
indoor
Yeah,
event I
indoor
went
and
to as
outdoor,
well. Yeah,
both of them, right? It was really nice. Really.
Do you like jazz?
Of course, I love music. You love music, right?
I'm a fan.
Maybe
Yeah,
Supervillain doesn't like.
You
Don't
like
like
jazz?
I don't
it's too,
care.
it's too evil.
All right.
Whoa,
all right.
now
Okay,
that's evil.
tough, evil. All right.
All right, so
Jazz
let's
is
go
the
back to the
antidote to evil.
let's go back to the original topic. So basically, we're talking about what GFN can do to widen the audience for the jazz, right?
Mhm.
So I don't think inviting people to play on live is not always going to be easy, obviously.
I'm
So
sorry.
why-
Yeah. How about having a live coverage of the World Music Festival with GFN ACC? No?
That doesn't happen
I'm
every
sure there was
single week.
a little bit of that. Yeah,
That only happens once in a while.
All right.
So
it was in the
obviously,
summer, I think, right?
yeah, obviously, what am I suggesting is let's first create a channel or a segment where they're focusing on that, and maybe we can play some daily music. It can start as a small, just small channel or small little segment in the show that only plays the jazz music. Maybe for the retired, soldier people who are working and about to returning home, so maybe we can time it around like a 7 or 8 p.m. and just play some nice jazz music in the radio so people can hear and relax. And when the community get a little bigger, and then maybe we can start talking about expanding the program. But at the moment right now, it's all baby stuff.
I have an idea.
No, yeah, what?
Well,
Why
actually,
not
it's time for our
Oh,
song.
really?
Oh,
Already?
sorry.
Okay.
Almost our time for our
But
song
I'll
break. So
probably
it's
forget by
actually
the time we
your
come
song
back.
request, Peter, right?
Pure song request.
Your song request.
My
Something
song
jazz.
request.
Introduce it for us.
I ironically requested. Oh no! Look, this one is a jazz. This is a good one. Yes.
Yeah, we just
Okay.
changed it.
So we changed it to Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga doing a duet of "The Lady Is a Tramp," which is kind of a
yeah.
classic song, but of course with Lady Gaga, it makes a really modern twist on it. So please
Yep.
enjoy and watch the video to get the visuals of her doing a live performance. You always want to see her
I'm
with
gonna
her
see it.
crazy outfits and
Okay,
hair.
so the song is "The Lady Is a Tramp" by Tony Bennett and Lady Gaga.
Frank Sinatra is the most popular
I've never seen the video.
version
I
of
have
it,
seen
but
it. Tony Bennett.
Tony Bennett
famous.
is kind of like a modern day
Two modern singers.
of that
right?
era. He's the last one
Mm.
existing, right? So, and he also does duets with Amy Winehouse, or did, and that's a great album. I want to get it. I don't have it, but I was able to watch it on YouTube.
Everybody ready?
Go.
Always.
Okay, so let's keep talking about today's topic. So if GFN made jazz program, what time should it be on?
You got an idea, Peter. You got an idea, right? Tell me.
I did have an idea, yeah. Making a special jazz program is a great idea. It should be on at, you could do it now. Do it on Sunday mornings. I'd love to be on the jazz show.
Yeah, we need some small, part of the
and-
5-minute kind of pilot program of jazz in Sunday Talk. That's a nice try.
But part of my point was that maybe a jazz awareness effort in general is what's called for, not just a special show itself, but in the sense of that shows that already are playing music, like we play music on our show all the time. GFN has lots of music,
You're right.
if not special music shows. So in that sense, why not incorporate jazz music into that? Why not demand that the performers that we already have include jazz? Like I'm sure that many of these pop singers that are so popular nowadays, they can do jazz standards as well if they have the talent, right? That's part of what is expected of you to be, a performer. You have to be able to have that ability and that knowledge, right? So, anyways, I think we should demand jazz awareness as a
Beautiful
movement.
Beautiful idea.
But yeah, I would listen to a special jazz show as well at any time. Personally, my favorite time to listen is after midnight. No, I'm not sure when.
Jazz programs normally are on really late. I don't know if that's
Okay.
because it fits jazz or because the radio shows are worried about it being, if you put a jazz program on at prime time, maybe they're worried about listeners turning off.
Yeah.
We're sleeping through it.
So I don't know whether the time slot is because it fits the jazz or because that's the only time slot the radio stations will show it. Well, play it.
What's the best time for a jazz program? I think that after midnight, right? Oh, in the morning, no jazz. All right, not the daytime. Right.
Waking up to some jazz. would be quite good, wouldn't it?
Really? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Change.
Have your alarm
Right.
clocks
Okay.
to come
From
on to
classical
GFN
music
for
into
jazz
jazz,
hour. Wake
right.
you up slowly.
Nah.
Maybe this morning, Gang, you can try. How about guy? Yeah, it's my guy.
Yeah.
Talk so.
I think I already said pretty much my opinion. I mean, I agree with, Peter when he said we should, maybe we can raise the awareness of that. But at the same time, I don't think we can do it in a, really, huge scale. I mean, if we're trying to do that, we have to advertise that stuff. And that's going to cost money. And, I don't think GFN is capable of making an official advertisement about the raising awareness of the jazz.
We can have a benefit
I
concert to
always
raise money for
love
jazz.
your comment. Okay. But how about just making an intellectual approach? Just start the introduction.
Yeah, that's more
of
realistic.
jazz.
I'm just trying to be, a realist here, not an ideologist.
A jazz realist.
Oh, that's
Good for you.
No, don't call me by that title. I must be evil. I mean,
I think you're right with the awareness problem because I think the word jazz puts a lot of people off. And actually, there's a lot of music out there that classifies as jazz, but a lot of people don't realize. So maybe what we do need is that show to raise awareness and say, well, this is jazz, but you still like it, right?
Yeah.
So the listeners can listen to some jazz music that
That's
not
why I
what-
was thinking that if you did a special effort with pop singers that people already listen to because they have to because it's popular and it's on all the time anyways. If those singers would come out and say, "Look, really, jazz is a huge influence on my life, and I know all of these standards and I can perform them as well," that might be kind of a way in,
I mean, but how are we gonna make them do
a
that?
way into jazz.
I think in every song we are
We
just
demand it.
easily exposed to the jazz because these days modern songs include the many genres, right? It's mixed, right? Maybe
Sure,
there is some
absolutely.
part of
Jazz
the
is in
jazz,
there, and you
right?
just need to pull it out.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, well, like I said, a lot of songs actually are jazz. People just don't realize, and they just think it's more pop music with a slightly different sound. It's
Right,
jazz.
right. And the original jazz is a little bit different, but maybe just modern jazz is really quite popular and very familiar. Right?
Yeah, and jazz is sexy too. So there's a lot of
That's the
reasons
right.
for pop stars
That's the
to
right.
say,
Yeah,
by the
right.
way, this is heavily influenced by jazz.
Jazz is unpredictable,
Ooh, jazz.
Okay.
so sexy music.
All right,
know that,
stop
right?
with your propaganda and this
No.
lunatic, impression of it. I'm like, what are you guys saying? It almost sounds like a nonsense to me at this point.
But what is
Okay.
jazz in Korean anyways? How do you say, what's the translation?
Uh,
Does anyone know?
I mean, it's just jazz. I mean,
Jazz.
I think I just came up with a whole theme for these jazz show.
Huh.
How do you say jazz in Korean?
no, we just call it jazz. And in Korean, we actually have a different style than the Western style because I'm pretty sure this music style wasn't really originated in a very long time ago. It was like a Motor City era where they actually developed. In America.
That's right.
And Korea, they have like own style. It's actually more close to what we call throat.
well, just but I think it's 풍악. Very occurring.
Can you repeat
I'm
that
sorry,
word,
what?
please?
풍악.
Okay, no, that's totally different.
Very
thing, no.
because it's unpredictability, right? Because
Oh, you
at
mean
that point,
spontaneous
spontaneous
performance?
Kind of,
No,
yeah,
you
okay.
just say pungak. That's totally different thing. That's where the people
and
wear the mask,
Bengali
wear the
and
dress. No, that's
No?
totally different.
What did you say? What was your word?
No, that's the word
Trot.
he said.
No, you said a
Trot.
He said
Trot.
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 I'm not sure. Trot.
No, I'm just saying our style is kind of much more similar to that.
Trot has the
Because
same
either
color
maybe we don't really
as-
have a clear idea what the true jazz is, or that's like that's how I actually.
sorry, that is
feel
not a 풍악.
personally.
풍물. Yeah, 풍물. All right.
Okay, that's totally different. That's not even that. That's there is like a current tradition of music and it has nothing to do with this modern city era.
Sorry,
music
guys
we're
at home.
talking
I'm
about.
really terrible at music. But sorry about that. All right.
And it's like it's just like a misunderstanding the medieval night as some kind of frontier fire during colonial era. Anyway, yeah. I mean that's how Koreans do it anyway. As long as you see there's some horns and trumpet going on, or some kind of mellow style going on, Korean just admitted like
That's the
but
point.
Well,
That's
in
actually not
the
true.
That's
spirit
the
of New
point, the drum
Orleans,
is
which is
alright,
kind of where
jazz.
the birth of jazz
Uh,
happened. Hey, let's celebrate and bring jazz awareness to Korea then, or
So
Gwangju.
yeah, I mean I agree with that
GFN.
idea, but not to the point where you're like, let's force some famous singers to say this line that we want them to say. Like, how is that even possible?
hey, jazz has a kind
Well,
of singing part.
Well, you can. I'm just saying you can ask the question.
Yeah,
Singers, of course,
right.
take requests all the time.
And we're not KBS or like a big studio and just like a small little foreign studio in Gwangju, and we'd be like, hey, sir, what do you think? And do you think they're gonna care?
Yeah,
How
they're
much
gonna
money
care.
do we have
We're
to
the
pay for
fans,
them to
right?
get
We
answers?
represent the fan base. So
Right.
this is what we want to hear.
It's nice try to talk about jazz because kind of music genre, right? In Guangzhou, right? Of course, it is mentioned in Seoul.
The best jazz I heard in Gwangju was actually a performance by a band, kind of freestyle, at the Kimchi Festival.
What?
Yeah,
What is that?
and they sort of played.
Food festival has jazz.
It was jazz music. It might have been more traditional Korean style.
I'm pretty sure
but
it was
I told you that's Puma.
it sounded
right?
like
No.
free.
No, it's
sounded
not.
like free jazz to me.
No, it's not. Dennis, what you're talking about is traditional music.
Well, that's what I'm saying is that it's very natural. It's free jazz that
No,
has
no,
a very
no.
close relationship
Yeah,
with
sorry.
So the idea of this style
Korean
is
and
to just
traditional music.
it's like a freestyle. There's no set tune.
Yeah.
The musicians
No
are just
set
playing
tune.
what they feel.
Okay, the drum and
That's
cymbals.
jazz.
Right.
Jazz.
I agree, 100%.
Every country has a very different style of jazz, right? Korea rather than US.
Please, people who are watching this video, teach Dennis about the common sense between, difference between the pungok
Well,
and jazz.
jazz has such a huge spectrum, huge diaspora.
And you know, that's
so
the jazz. Okay.
really,
yeah, that's the
Okay,
many
I'm
things are mixed
officially
together.
have a
Our
show-
talking
a
is
show
just like
club
jazz
approach
That's
for
the jazz,
the
right?
more traditional, not traditional necessarily in the sense of traditional jazz, but traditional as in almost like primitive instruments, right? You can use that to perform jazz as well.
Even though we don't play any musical instruments, but we have a kind of a talking instrument. Okay, it was really good. Really good. All right.
Some spoken jazz.
Yeah,
for you
really,
today.
a spoken
What are you gonna
jazz. Or maybe we have to change the Sunday talk into a spoken jazz. Hey, so my guy, agree?
I'm done.
Let's try it. Ready? Go. I'm playing lead, I guess. You guys.
Yeah, we need it.
Sorry, folks. I'm not going to sing.
I'm playing up improvising.
Calm down.
I really did think we were going to start. We're going to launch into a song.
Low tone and high tone, and the middle tone. Oh, it's good.
I forget which one I'm doing, but
All right. So
next time.
before Peter starts singing, unfortunately, we've run out of time.
Oh, thank goodness.
So that was all
Next
for our Talk
time.
and Talk 7 with Tim, Dennis, and Peter discussing jazz programs with GFN. Thanks for coming in, guys.
Thank you for listening.
Busy schedule.
Yeah, thank you for listening
Absolutely.
to the talking jazz.
Well, have a
Talking
great
jazz.
day.
All right, bye bye.
Yeah, see you all next week.
See you next.
Bye.
Bye.
Absolutely. So when was this show going to air?
The 26th.
Okay, so that's way after Sona.
That's
Isn't Sona like
No,
on
the
21?
26th. That's the no. This
Youngji?
allows 20.
Original one. Oh my gosh. I take a picture and I will upload it on my
Thank
Instagram.
you.
It's from Finland.
Time to brush my teeth.
All right, really good. Oh, thank you so much.